Hey guys, welcome back to ED Figure Unboxing. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And today we're going to take a look at the Mafex Spider-Man from The Amazing Spider-Man, and this is the comic version. And you guys might not know, but Spider-Man is definitely my favorite character from Marvel Universe. I've been trying to find a good Spider-Man from various different brands, but none of them were good enough for me. And this is actually my only Spider-Man right now, but from what I've seen, this might be my definitive Spider-Man for a very long time. Anyways, here's the left of the box, here's the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. Looking good, and let's bust this thing open and see what we got. And here we have the figure still in the inner packaging, and I like what I'm seeing here. And let's check out the figure itself. Alright, so here we have the figure itself, and my first impression on this figure is decent. Amazing, but not mind-blowing. And let's just take a closer look at the figure. Everything is very nicely painted and sculpted. I love the shading. The metallic paint looks really nice. I know some people complain about the webbing, especially for the forearm, but I don't usually care about that kind of stuff. Looks good enough to me. And the sculpt is really nice. I really like this comic look of Spider-Man. But the engineering on the figure, I'm talking about the articulation and the way it moves, I still think it's a little bit weaker compared to SH Figuarts, but you know, that's just because I'm a little bit spoiled from SH Figuarts. And yeah, this is probably good enough. And let's check out the articulation. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up about this much, look down about this much, and you can turn his head no problem. And his shoulder is on a really good butterfly joint. You can raise his arm up about this much, which is really nice. And you have some bicep swivel, you can curl about this much, and you do get the ball wrist. And for the ab crunch, you can bend forward about this much, which is quite a lot, bend backwards about this much, have some really good side-to-side movement. And for the leg, we have the pull-down method, so you can kick up about this high, bend about this much, thigh swivel, side-to-side pivot, and toe hinge. And the figure feels pretty durable overall. If I'm comparing this to SH Figuarts, the only difference I think is SH Figuarts moves a little bit smoother. With this one, I kind of feel like the joints are stuck against each other, like you're rubbing against plastic when you're trying to move, especially the legs. But the legs does look really good though. Like there's always a constant battle between articulation and aesthetic, right? Anyways, let's check out the accessories. And for the accessories, we can start with the default head, and I think they nailed it. It looks really good to me. And next up, we have an alternative head where the eyes is a little bit smaller. And lastly, we have the unmasked head, which is probably the main reason why I got a figure. It's not as good as the promo pics, but I think they're actually 85% there this time around. Very cool. And for the interchangeable hands, we get a pair of fists, display open hands, a pair of web shooting hands, and a pair of hands for holding the webs. And of course, we get all kinds of web effect parts. I'm not going to go over them in detail, but they look very good. And lastly, we get his mask, which is quite nice, and I believe that's it for the accessories. And let's check out some action poses. Anyways, that was just some quick posing, and I hope you guys enjoyed them. And after playing around with it, I'm convinced this is the best Spider-Man in the market right now. And do let me know in the comments on what you think. And also, by the way, I forgot to mention, we also get these magnetic foot and the hands so we can put onto the fridge. And yeah, that's it for everything. And let's check out some size comparison. And for the size comparison, let us start with the Mafex Gwenpool, which is the only Mafex figure I have at the moment, and I think they scale very well together. This line has a lot of potential, and I'm very excited for it. And next up, we have some amazing Yamaguchis, and I think they scale fairly well together too. And then we have some good old Dragon Ball SH Figuarts, some Naruto and Street Fighters SH Figuarts, and then we have some Masco 112 Collective, and they're obviously slightly bigger. Some of my favorite SH Figuarts Kamen Riders. And then we have some American IP SH Figuarts. And lastly, we have some Figma figures, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I think this one is pretty straightforward. If you are a big fan of Spider-Man, this one is definitely a must-have. Despite the minor gripe I have with the leg articulation, I believe this is the best Spider-Man in the market right now. And please let me know in the comments if you disagree with me. I'm always looking for a better Spider-Man figure. And yeah, I think that's it from me. Do let me know in the comments on what you think. And this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.